Victor, thank you, and I'd like to thank everyone who's here. In addition to all the students and judges, I also like to thank the advisors who are advising the students as well, because it's a lot of work. And although I don't have a student team here, I know that I really appreciate all the work that the advisors put into. I'm here to discuss or describe some of the resources which are available at the Cuban Heritage Collection. They're located in the Roberto Gozueta Pavilion on the second floor of the library. And when you first walk in, there's a museum-style exhibit with cabinets. They have exhibits that they interchange throughout. And you go into the main library, and that's where you have access to the information. And of course, you have typical books, a lot of books about Cuba. But what makes the Cuban Heritage Collection unique is what I call gray literature, material that hasn't been published, you can't get anywhere else. And it includes notebooks, it includes letters, papers that are all categorized. I love maps, especially old maps, and I went through the Cuban Heritage Collection and downloaded a whole series of maps. For us as engineers and interested in infrastructure, there's a whole series of maps focusing in on various infrastructure issues. So for example, here we have a map of the Cuba railroads back in the 1900s. We also have other materials available, including materials that focus on the physical characteristics, such as the soils of the area, the geomorphology, information on the industries. What I find even more valuable than everything else in the sense that it's available to the whole world, you don't have to be there physically to get access to it, and they're in the process of digitizing a lot of their materials, is the electronic resources. And the electronic resources, again, include collections of photos, videotape, they interview people, so it's not only written resources, but also verbal. An example of one of those is here that's relevant to engineering. There's the Estes Mangun collection, a series of 1,600 photos from the 30s and 40s, with some pictures here. And again, the Cuban Heritage Collection is open to everyone. If you are not a UM staff or employee, you can get access. There's a pre-registration process. And you have to bring a photo ID, and you can get access to it. Also, I brought some brochures of the Cuban Heritage Collection, and also they have what's called the Amigos of the Cuban-American Collection, which are liaisons between the library and the general community interested. And so I'm here because the Cuban Heritage Collection would like to have more of an interaction with the community. And also, if you have materials that you'd like to donate, or they are also very willing to receive those materials. Thank you.